Greetings, programs. Welcome back to ArcNeo Reviews, where today we're looking at a very, very simple figure, but in many ways probably the most significant figure in my collection. So, I'll get into that in a little while, but first, here we have Beast Machine's Buzzsaw. Now, this figure is legendary for being one of the worst cases of no real hands syndrome in Transformers. He's a very weird figure, but to me he is really... He's special to me. So, the short backstory, at least as short as I can keep it, is this was actually the very first real Transformer I ever had. You know, I had a couple of the McDonald's Beast Machines ones here and there. This was my first actual legitimate Transformer. And he's also what started the thing with me, and I know this isn't something most people would know, but whenever I get a new figure, I try, at least, to figure it out without the instructions. And that is simply because when I got this guy, my dad just kind of randomly challenged me, hey, can you figure this out without the directions? I don't remember if I did or not, but that was fun, and so I've kept doing that. But, kind of the short version is, I had this when I was a little kid. He and the other couple Beast Machines figures I had ended up, being yard saled away as kids' toys are. And then, while I was in college, feeling incredibly nostalgic over stuff, I actually discovered this guy still being sold on Amazon. So, mind you, this is a figure from 2000, and I want to say I picked this one up off of Amazon in 2012, 2013. So, this was my first Transformer I ever owned, the first Transformer I bought online, the first purchase I ever made on Amazon, if you can believe it. A lot of firsts with this guy. So, yeah, goofy as he is, he's special to me. Anyway, shutting up now, looking at the robot. As you can see, he's a very angry looking wasp guy, though he is actually a Maximal. He does actually have side-to-side head pose ability, which is cool. And if you're careful, you can get some up and down. There is a transformation joint there that you're likely to trip while you're doing this, but pretty good head articulation, actually. Not really much at the legs. You can kind of splay them out and push these back ones up, but it really doesn't serve much purpose, to be honest. The wings, you have a rotation there, then a ball joint, and then a hinge. So, you end up being able to do quite a bit with his very obvious high heel leg wings in this mode. It's weird how they're done, but it is also still kind of cool how they're done. And then, probably the part that lets him down the most, actually, is his stinger is back here on a spring. And the problem with that is, as you can see, the spring's not straight. So this little hinge here that lets you have some minor posability to the stinger is it's a little off. I have tried tweaking this thing so long to get this straight. The one I had as a kid was actually straight. This one is not. That drives me nuts. But that's a thing that it's got. And in kind of a cool feature, he actually has an adjustable stinger. So if you want, you can pull it out all the way, or push it down and keep it mostly hidden. As well as, this will come into play more for robot mode, but this abdomen does open up. There's the maximal crystal, and that's also how you get the stinger back out after you've, pushed it in all the way. So, very weird bug mode. I did find it funny that, you've got Buzzsaw the Good Wasp, who wasn't in the show, at least to my knowledge, but then Waspinator, the evil wasp, who is like the most legendary character of the series. So, it's a little bit funny to me that they did have a wasp on each side. So, transforming this guy is very, very simple. It's going to come here, raise up this piece that the wings are on, unhook the abdomen, then bring it down on this double hinge right here, fold it up along the side, and bring it down like this to form the arm. Take these two back legs, rotate this out. That will lock into place there, form his other weird arm. Open up the other legs all the way up, and then you're just going to take the bug head, rotate it down, and as you do, it will eventually run out of joint, basically, and then the bug head will keep coming down and will leave behind the robot head. So, just do that, get everything straightened out, at least as straight as it gets on this weirdo. Go ahead and close the back legs back up. And there you have Buzzsaw in robot mode. And this is a very, very weird robot mode. I do really, really like this face, this head sculpt. It's just it's just cool looking to me. It always has been. He does have, multiple eyes still, which is kind of cool. The head is attached on a ball joint, so you get a lot of range of motion on it. For this arm, you just have the rotation there, that joint, this. Basically, you just have the exact same posability, with this added. And you're supposed to kind of like leave this open and do something like that to be his hand. It looks weird, but I guess it kind of works at least. And then over here, you just have two ball joints and a rotation to the other arm. I guess maybe these are supposed to be like little zappers, or maybe they come together to be a pincer hand. I really don't know. Like I said, this is one of the key figures when talking about no real hand syndrome. And then leg posability is exactly the same as the wings, since it is just the wings. Also, I forgot to mention, there is actually some really nice, like, airbrush paint going on there, with the green being painted over the orange. It does actually look really good. But, for being 80%, shin on his leg proportions, he does have some fairly good posability. It's just, you're never gonna have him holding anything unless you, find a way to clamp it in his abdomen hand thing. So, very weird figure. A little tricky to get him to stand because of his high heels going on there. But, yeah, like I said, this thing, it's in many, many multiple ways very significant to my collection. It was my first figure, and I can't help it. I still have a major soft spot for this weirdo. So, there's that. So, yeah. Very, very special to me figure, but end of the day, can't say I really recommend him. Maybe find him really cheap or something, but yeah, he's very weird. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.